Happy Friday, everyone. You made it to another weekend. Congratulations. So, I decided to do a weekend forecast from Divinity, showing us their beautiful messages in the cards. So, everyone picked either one, two, three, and I have two cards from two different decks that are going to tell you a message of what to expect for the weekend. So let's just get right into it. Card number, or set number one. These are what they look like. I have the moon from one deck, and I have a reversed lovers. Okay, so we're going to talk about the moon first, then lovers, and how they go together. So, as y'all have known from previous videos that I've had, I pulled the moon a lot. But in this particular sense, the moon, as we can see, is this girl. She has this long flowing hair, right? So she has patience, right? And we have this beautiful instrument that she's playing underneath the moon sky, and she's looking up to the moon next to a lake. So she's sitting with her emotions, and the guitar represents her soul. She is playing her soul. She is patient. She is not afraid to be out in the wilderness during nighttime, because she sees all of the beauty within this dark time. This is a time of solace. This is a time of reflecting on oneself, but not only reflecting on oneself, but charging yourself under the moon, which the moon represents intuition, us being receptive of our emotions, right? This lake, water represents emotions, and it's cascading this reflection of her. So there's a reflection of her emotions, and she is not scared of that reflection because she is not scared of herself. She has confidence, she has intuition, she's listening to her gut, and she's playing the beautiful music that is just coming from her soul. So this card represents just being confident in our decisions, and decisions that reflect us. We are confident in showing who we truly are, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. It's all beautiful at the end of the day. And then we had the reverse lovers. So these two cards together, this represents, first of all, turmoil and something dealing with love in your life. I'm definitely getting a sense that this represents someone in your life, a love interest in your life, whether you're in a relationship or you're single and you're thinking about getting into a relationship. This card, in terms of a forecast for the weekend, definitely getting a strong sense that you are going to come in some type of beating heads together of someone that you love or a relationship, that there's going to be some tension, there's going to be some disharmony within this relationship. Okay, you're going to feel like you're being kind of broken apart a little bit, and the moon is a call to action to listen to your gut, okay? To take this as a time to stick up for yourself, and that no matter what happens, that this is going to be a little bit of a rocky time with your lover. This could also represent a best friend. It's not necessarily like a romantic love, but that this is a time, even if it does cause tension, that this is a time to reflect on yourself and what it means to you, what you can bring to the table, not to the relationship, but on yourself. So this is a time of, it's definitely a time where you're going to come into some conflict with a loved one, but it is underneath a gift, because this is going to be a time to really show you who you really are on the inside, and whether or not this relationship is worth your while. Second set. First, we have the Eight of Summer, and then we have a reversed King of Cups. So I'm going to go ahead and show y'all the Eight of Summer, and we can see this little fairy person. They have their bags packed, and they're in this forest, okay, and they're on this path, and they see this light in the clearing, and that's what they're fixated on, escaping this forest and going into the light. So this card represents the want, the need. You have this gut feeling inside of you that says, I need to get out of this forest. The forest represents of something mysterious, something unknown to us, something that we can't figure out, but all we know is that it is dark and it is just clinging on to us, and we know we need to get out of this forest, that we realize that there is a bright clearing. There is a silver lining within all this storminess going on right now, and we are taking charge to make the decision that I deserve better than this, and I am walking away, and I am going towards the light. Even if it is just a small little glimmer, we know the light is there, and we are going to take the energy to make this journey towards the light. So pretty much walking away from something that is heavy on our heart, something that we once thought we wanted, and you know that the tables turn, and you are walking away from something that is showing itself as what you don't want to correlate yourself with anymore. And then we go with the reversed. I'm just going to show you upright, King of Swords. I'm just going to show you upright. Here's this king, and he has this scythe, right? And he has his sword, and he has all these young children underneath him, and he's in a chariot. So, upright, just to give you a little synopsis, this is a king who is looking out for his family, his kingdom, right? And he's looking out for these young, they're depicted as babies. So this king is looking out for the weak and for the ones that don't have a voice, right? He sticks up for the people that can't stick up for themselves. And he does it out of love, and he does it because he's been there and he knows the great escape routes to help these people, right, underneath him. They're sitting in his lap, right? They're underneath him playing as he's traveling. This is a king of bringing people that are desperate to get out of a situation, and he is taking them on his chariot, and they are joyful and grateful for it. So reversed, this represents that during this weekend you may come across someone that is actually taking this power in a negative light. They may become cocky, or they're overconfident, and they think that they're helping you by implanting their thoughts and their journey on you, and oh, this is the way, this is what's going to help you. This is saying don't go on this chariot with them, that this is someone misusing their power. It doesn't correlate to you. If they think they're helping you, but they're not, okay? If anything, they're using this scythe and this sword, and upside down, it means that they're actually using it against you, and they don't even know it. So you might come across a conflict of power, someone that you thought you could trust, or someone that you hold dear to you, that you trusted with your future and your decisions, and that you're going to come across a time when this person is using that power for good. They're actually using it in a selfish way. They might be manipulative of you so they can gain some good for themselves. And that's why this 8 of Summer is here. That when you come across this person in this situation where they're trying to manipulate you into a different journey of this chariot, it's saying walk away, that you know deep down that this is not your journey, and that you realize this person is just manipulating you. They're using you, and to walk away to your own journey, no matter, you don't even have to have it figured out. You just know that this path, this person, this situation that you used to trust to have your back no longer has your back. Move on. And then we come to the final set. So we first have the Two of Winter, and I have it reversed, and I'm about to tell you why. So you can see this young little fairy boy, and he's in between these two instruments, and this card represents having to make a decision, a very tough decision. He sees these two instruments, and they both equally make beautiful music. He just has to choose which instrument he wants to play this music. And he's also a little scared of letting someone down because it's not just his decision. There's other people in the picture of why he has to make this decision. So this card represents making the choice that's best for you, not worrying about how it's going to affect others just to please them. This feels feeling trapped within your feelings, right? Of the intellectual and the emotional when it comes to making this when it comes to making this decision, okay? And you feel like you're being torn in two because you want to do what's for your heart, but your mind says that your decision is based on someone else. And now we come to the reversed five. Is it five? Yeah, Five of Wands. Okay, I'm going to show you upright again. We have these two lines, and you can see on this side, it's kind of distorted, very twisted kind of line. And we see this more regular version of a lion. And here we go again with the scythes, right? And the curling serpents. And the serpents are actually going underneath the scythe. So this is the lower polarity of the snakes, where it is actually venom, which is used to poison, not used as anti-venom, as a medicine. And we see these crocodiles, right? Which to me, this calls out to crocodiles actually take their victim and they bring it down to the very bottom of a lake or a body of water, and they just barrel roll them into their death. So this card represents opposition of the same thing, of these two lions, okay? And they're looking away from each other and they have the scythe on them. This is a card of conflict, okay? Where both parties are on completely opposite sides of the spectrum. They don't even want to acknowledge the other person's spectrum. And so reversed, this represents that you no longer, I'm definitely getting the feeling that this conflict of interest, like, I'm right, no, you're right, or no, I'm right, you're wrong, and the other person is like, no, I'm right and you're wrong, and it's just exhausting, right? So reversed, it's definitely saying that you're going to come across a conflict where someone stands very firmly in their beliefs, whether it's political, globally, or even a personal thing, that y'all are going to be on complete opposite politically standards, right? And that reverse means that you realize, what is the point? What is the point of us being so polarized, okay? You realize that this is not a battle that you're going to win. And it is kind of like the saying of pick and choose your battles. And sometimes that is the most intellectual, wise way to go about something, is to put down the scythe, because you realize that this scythe is just puncturing both of y'all. So this is definitely an omen. You're going to come to a point where a decision, since it's reversed, that you kind of put aside. I don't want to deal with this big decision that, that is tearing me apart right now. And that there's going to be a conflict that is going to bring up this decision for you. But you realize that you're going to be humble, and you're not going to put forth this fiery energy of, I'm right, you're wrong, you're on this side, I'm on this side. You're going to be like, you know what? No decision. It is not even worth making a decision on this particular situation. It is almost like a truce. So, I hope this made sense to y'all. I literally just channeled the divine to speak through me. And I really hope that y'all can sense my passion and the energy that I put into this. Sorry it's 15 minutes long. Like I said, each choice, which were 3 choices, had 2 cards. So I just really wanted to give y'all the most in-depth, even though it's a little general, depiction of these cards. And again, like I said in the last video, if anyone wants a more personal, intimate reading, message me and we can get to the nitty-gritty of what I can offer you. Thank you very much for your time, for watching this video. I know it's a little lengthy. I hope everyone has an amazing, beautiful weekend. And as always, peace in, peace out, peace all about.